In 1956, the world watched as a single decision pushed the Middle East to the brink of war. Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser announced that Egypt would nationalize the Suez Canal, one of the most important waterways on Earth. For decades, the canal had been controlled largely by British and French interests. Now, Nasser intended to use its revenues to fund Egypt's own development projects. To many Egyptians, it was a bold declaration of independence, but to Britain and France, it was a direct challenge to their influence. Nasser had tried to maintain relations with both the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. His goal was simple: keep the Arab world independent from foreign domination. However, when Western nations withdrew financial support that Egypt had been counting on, Nasser responded with a move that shocked the world. He seized control of the canal. The reaction was immediate. Britain and France were furious. Israel was equally alarmed after Egypt blocked Israeli shipping from using the canal. Behind closed doors, the three nations secretly devised a plan. Israel would invade Egypt's Sinai Peninsula. Britain and France would then step in, claiming they were merely restoring peace while actually taking control of the canal. On October 29, 1956, Israeli forces crossed into Sinai. The following day, Britain and France issued an ultimatum demanding that both sides withdraw from the canal zone. But the plan quickly became obvious to the world. International condemnation followed almost immediately. Then came the military assault. British and French paratroopers landed near the canal while Israeli troops advanced across Sinai. Egypt's military struggled against the combined strength of the three invading nations. Yet something unexpected happened. Ordinary Egyptians rallied behind Nasser. Many civilians resisted the occupation, turning the conflict into a powerful symbol of national unity. Militarily, the invasion was successful. Politically, it was a disaster. The United States was outraged that its allies had acted without consultation. President Dwight D. Eisenhower demanded an end to the operation. At the same time, the Soviet Union threatened severe consequences if the invasion continued. Facing immense international pressure, Britain, France, and Israel had little choice but to back down. British and French troops withdrew by late November. Israel eventually left the Sinai Peninsula in March 1957. The Suez Crisis was over. For Britain and France, it marked the end of an era. The crisis exposed the limits of their global power and showed that they could no longer act independently of the United States. For Israel, the war demonstrated its military capabilities and secured important strategic gains. For the United Nations, the crisis led to a historic first: the deployment of international peacekeeping forces. But perhaps the biggest winner was Gamal Abdel Nasser. Across the Arab world, he emerged as a symbol of resistance against colonialism. His popularity soared, and he became one of the most influential leaders in modern Middle Eastern history. The Suez Crisis lasted only a few months. Its consequences would shape global politics for decades.